Hi guys, my name is D and I'm a digital modeler, and in this video we are going to make this uh, Georgia form by using the subdivisional tools. So I hope you have watched my previous video, and in that you might have understood like how I generally start like when I start building the 3D model from a sketch. So as I discussed previously also, like we can start with the box and then sculpt it to get this shape from there. And what I generally prefer to work uh, with the curves, right? So what we normally do in the nerves modeling, the same that the approach I use when I start the subdivisional modeling, like with the curves. So I will start with the curves by making all the uh, on this the y0, like as we can see this is symmetric, and this will be my the center line. So we will be only working only on one side, and another side will comes with the the symmetry tool. And then I will be making all these curves, right? So all the curves where we are having the creases, the edges, right, and boundaries of the model. So I'll be making these first, and then I'll start building the surface, and we'll see how it comes. So let's start in the alias. Probably this is not very difficult form, so we just need to get the correct the one more thing is, it is not necessary to have the curves on the correct position, but try to get it like the angle same, the proportions. So see, to get the proportion you need to uh, you need to get the curves what you are going to build in alias closer to this angles and the size. When you will get that closer, the proportions automatically come closer to the sketch. And secondly, how much you can move like this edge from this center, that is also something we need to take care, right? So that is little difficult in the with the curves, but when you start building surfaces on top of that, you will start visualizing your the outcome of the model with the sketch which we are having, right? So let's start without wasting more time. So I'm going to start building curves at the center. Just hold on. mm, yeah, so I don't know why it was stuck. So let's start from the center. So I'm going to start it from here, and maybe I'll make a curve. Then this curve will go a little bit up, right? Then it will go down, right? So I'm keeping it this way as of now, but definitely we'll change it when we'll go to the same view which we are having in the sketch. Giorgio forms I always prefer to start with when you are very new to the modeling, so it won't take much time also, and it will also give you the understanding like uh, how to create different kind of shapes by using the subdivision. It will be your mind practice, I would say. Now let's go to a view where we'll set this as a variant in alias. So let's move it this side little bit, right? Or maybe it will go little bit up, because we have to take care from this section to this one, and then move it in y direction. Maybe here till here it will be fine, and then I'm going to rotate this whole thing. Move, pivot around this. Right. So I'm going to move this series up, and these curves more up, so that I can hide this one, so that it should go behind that. Maybe we can okay, let's make the curves first, all the curves, then we'll see where to set this guy. So this angle then goes straight, going down straight, right? So this will be the same thing. And then I'm going to make this edge first, right? So I'll be starting from here. So definitely this will go more up, it is way too down. So I think this is okay for now. Let's make a curve from here. Then let's go to the front view and see how much we can. Definitely this will be little bit this side, because this section what you are going to build here, that will define this sections, right? So we'll be making it little bit towards left and maybe more down. Then again maybe this is fine for now. Sorry. Then this will go little inside, I guess, because this section, this boundary, whatever we are making here, that will define this section, right? So the crown and those things we will be adding later. A little bit this side, then we'll go down, right? Then I think this could be a three-sided face. That is what I'm getting the feel here. That we'll see what we can do later, right? So yeah, I think that's okay. Maybe this can be a little bit more bigger. Right now we'll be going to the perspective, and maybe this guys, we can move it in X direction, right? To get this thing, and this also will go along with that. Right, once we get the surfaces, we will be able to understand like whether we are making it right or not. So now from here I'm going to make a curve in X direction, which I'm going to move up, right? Then I'm going to make a curve for this edge, that will be from here to maybe here, right? Now you can see like this much, like at this particular section this is bigger than what we are having here, but in our sketch we can see like this has to be, you know, increased, this area compared to this one, or maybe we can make this little small. So that is how we'll, you know, understand like how much bigger we need to make. This is this feels like this is going little up than this angle, right? So just hold on, Let me put it on charge. Yeah. So yeah, and this is very small than this one, right? So we'll be moving it towards X direction. Sorry, not the curve but the CV. Yeah, I think this is fine. And now we can also able to see this angle is different than this angle, right? So this we will be correcting once we will get all the curves. We will be able to understand, like, one set of uh, proportions. So this will be coming out, and then this curve will go here, and then this will come in X direction also, and it will go inside also in Y direction, right? So that we can get this kind of shape here. Then I'll be making the curve which will connect this guy, right? And then right now I'm just going to make it straight. Later on we'll see whether we need to make it round, or we can simply trim you know uh, the surface to get that shape. And and this will get connected with this one. Now what I'm understanding is this thing, this could be parallel, kind of this should not be twisted ruler, right? So in our case this is getting a twist kind of thing, so we'll be changing this so that this curve will be moving, sorry, move pivot here and move it here, copy paste, copy paste, right? Yes. Then go to the side view, and now you can stretch it this side, and then stretch this guy here. So I hope you know what stretch do, right? This may be bit small and this guy will go here. This guy will connect here, and yeah, and then we will be having one guy here also, something like straight, then going up, little bit open, then going this way, then going, I'm just making the 1 degree curve as of now. Now this we need to make sort of parallel to this edge, so I'm just going to pick all these CVs, right? And then I'm going to move the pivot maybe somewhat here, and I'm going to rotate it, right? Then once I get a feel of parallel, I'll just try to place it nicely, And I guess like this edge is coming out something like this. It is too much, or maybe this way. And this will get connected here, right? And this I'm going to connect it here for now. Now we have a kind of one set of curves. Now we'll place it in a view, right? uh, where you feel like, yeah, this is fine, we'll keep it there, and then we should have kept it, we should have fixed it before building the curve. That would have been better, but I'm going to do it now. I think this is fine. This might be bigger. This will be going up. This angle we need to change. This length we have to reduce, and this is a little okay, but it also needs to be like a short, right? Maybe this everything we need to move back, because I feel like this is proportionally bigger than this one. So when we are making it small, at the same time we need to make it little bit bigger, right? So this also will be bigger comparatively. This seems fine. Maybe this can go little up, and this will be, yes, little smaller. Now let's open the CVs. Let's first set a view. I'm going to add it here. You can also go to the Windows variant set, and you will get this variant lister, and here you will be having that. We don't need to uh, uh, you know uh, these things. So when we will be using the variant, we just need to view the camera, right? We don't want to change the shaders, or I don't want to do that. So this will be my you can also name it. If you don't know, you can simply name it, and this we can directly access here also. Go and edit, you will get the same window, and secondly you can get it from Windows variant list, right? Yeah. So yeah, let's open the CVs and get the curves correct. I'm going to move this everything in X direction, right? Then we need to move it down, right? Yes, I guess this is fine. And now I'm going to move this edge little up. That will also affect my this area, right? So this angle will be changed when I'm moving that up. This will go up, so this will be coming closer. And this angle also will be more closer to the actual one. So now proportionally this is bigger in our case also, but this should be more bigger, I guess. I will be moving it towards X, then little bit up, right? Now I think this is better. Then this is fine. We will be making it symmetry. This will come like till here, and this is fine, fine, fine. uh, yes, I guess it's okay. This should come maybe little bit this side. I'll tell you why I'm saying that, because we need to have a section here, right? And that section should have this peak, so we need to make one curve which will connect here maybe, or maybe here you can connect as of now, just to get the understanding. But when we'll start building surface, then we need to change things as surface behaves when you will be creating that. So you might need to uh, change so many things when you start creating the surface, right? So maybe we can add crown in this one, and then we can start building surface, or that you can do later also after getting the surface. Because I think in previous versions of LS 2020 one, or I guess 22 also, I don't know, that you need a 1 degree curve to extrude. I know in 2020 that we need 1 degree curve to extrude, but in this one you can also add divisions, like how much division you want to add, if it is a 1 degree curve or if it is a more than 1 degree curve. But in this one we are going to make just the curves, and then after creating, once we get the volume, then we will start adding more details to it, so that I feel like little more uh, you know it's not easier, but I would say I'm doing it in that way, so maybe I feel more comfortable with that. This can go little inside, and maybe little up also, and this can also go little up, and at the same time these two guys will go back in x direction, and maybe these two guys we need to move little outside also, right? So we can see this angle is better than previously. Now I guess this whole thing can go up, because this I can see is little smaller. I guess this is fine. And now this can go little down, I guess. Right. Yes. Now let's start building surface and see how it come. But wait a minute. We miss one thing. We need to create this also. This will go in this direction and in y direction, right? So that it should be giving us this shadow where this angle between these two surfaces, so that it should go down then inside, right? And then from there it will go till the center, so what I'm doing right now is I'm pressing control and uh, you know uh, I'm pressing and holding control, and also on the mouse, the middle mouse button I'm clicking, so that this should be coming align to this CV. So wherever you will be keeping it, like if I'm keeping this click the cursor closer to this point, it will come in Z direction, and try to align it in Z direction with the CV. You can also see the directions here. But so in this case we need to make it till the center, so I'm doing it. So maybe this will go more up, more this has to go a little bit outside, so that there should be enough of space after creating the symmetry. Right. So now let's start building surface and see how it comes. We'll go to the variant, then start building surface. Let's save the data first. I'm going to save it here. This is second form 2. When you are working on the projects like ours, try to make it a habit of saving data. When you complete a stage, or when you get a one level of 3D data, because we don't know when this guy will crash. So after having the curves, I'm going to building surfaces. We have palettes, right? In palettes we have subdivisional tools. I'll be telling which tool I'm going to use, because I'm going to use the shortcuts, right? So I will be, just hold on. Yeah, so I'll be using the shortcuts. So this is our extrude tool, bridge tool to get the a patch between the two surfaces. This is insert to add a division, insert edge or insert division, I guess. So this is to cut whatever the surfaces we are having. If you want to manually cut it and divide, right? Crease, uncrease. I hope you know these tools. If you don't know, you can simply go there, click on to, you have to just keep the cursor on the tool, and you can go to the more, and you will find a video there where you can learn how to use these tools, right? So if still you want to make me to explain the tools to make a video, then you can write a comment down there. I don't think that is required, but yeah, if someone really needs it, then we can think about it. This will come little this side. Right. So I'm going to extrude it. So for that, I'm going to use the shortcuts because I feel more comfortable with the shortcuts than going there. And I would suggest you also to use the shortcuts, because that will help you to speed up the work, right? Just hold on here. I want to tell you one thing, and you will be working at the center. So there are two things which we can do. One is, uh, if you want to make it visually symmetric, right? So you have to keep this the first hull, straight, like from this view it should be straight, so that once you align it, sorry, just hold on, let me put these curves in a layer. I'm going to name it curves, right? And another layer which I'm going to name as surfaces, or we will name it as sharp, right? So in this one, so in the surface, when I'm going to put this in surface and going to make it symmetry, right? So that here you can get the, tangency. And just hold on. Right, so we need a tangency here, right? So if you are going to move this hull down, it if it is not in a straight, you know to this, uh, how can I say, this hull, then after symmetry you will break this angle, and then this will not be, tangent at the middle. So what I generally do is I keep this hull straight, you know in y direction in this case, or so that we can get tangency. And that secondly, maybe you can move it little bit this side, right? Then I'll be creating surface next to this, which will be, just hold on, which will be aligning here. Now if you see, you can see at the center there is a tendency, right? In this case we are having too much of crown, that will be updating after having the whole volume, right? So let's complete the volume, close the volume first, then we'll see what all we need to change. So for this center curves, first I'm going to make the surface. I'll go to the top view, and so that I can keep my first edge closer to this one, right? Then second one here. Now this can be a four-sided patch, so we can create. Let's just hide the slides. I'm going to snap this guy here and this guy there, right? So this is also twisting a little bit. We'll see. As I told you, we need to change the curves, or how we have created the curves on the base of how the surface is behaving, right? So now we can see there is a kind of twist. This surface is twisting, so this should be parallel to this one to get this kind of nice angle here. That will be doing after closing the volume. I'm going to create another surface. Sorry, better pick edge and do. Or if you are doing with curve also, we can have this dialog box and we can uh, just hold on. Okay, it is picking the face, so we need the curves. And if I picking the edge and extruding it, okay, so this is picking the edge, fine. Let's move it here. I'm going to make extrude these two curves together so that here, this guy here, this guy here, and this guy here, right? I'm just extruding it. Then I'll moving these CVs to their position. Then as of now we'll be creating a three-sided patch here. We'll be extruding it and moving this guy here and moving this guy onto this one. Similarly here. Right, now we are having a one level of closed volume. Here I'm going to again make a three-sided surface. Picking these two CVs and moving it here. Now I'm simply going to extrude this one to the center. I'll be going down and I'll simply pick this CV, move, press and hold control, and this time the right click, right, because this is the Y direction. Similarly here, right, now this is at the center. You can check the continuity, it will be tangency. Now this is the closed volume we have, right? Now you can again see where we need to work with the surface, what all we need to make uh, so here what I can see is this is still looking very out from the sketch, right? So this we will be making smaller. This has to be smaller, like from the back, and this angle has to go up. This overall, if we see, then this is very small than this one, right? And this will be anyways going to trim. We'll trim and we'll see how it behaves, right? Then this maybe can be little bit more bigger and it can go little bit more back, or maybe little bit down also. And with the crown we can add this feel here, because this is pretty straight, so that is one of the reason it is looking very much different from the sketch. Here also we have to add crown, that will be doing later. And this we have to reduce, the crown which we are already having, that we need to reduce. So I'm going to the left view. I'll be picking this whole whole set of hulls, this guy, this guy, this guy, and I'm moving it down. Now go to the view and see how much down we need to make it, right? So yeah, so let's start correcting the proportions. Once we will get the correct proportions, then we will be then we will start adding the details, right? So I'm going to switch on this, so let's just hide the curves because that is not required anymore. So I'm going to start with this guy. Definitely we need to slide it up, right? Then crown will be adding later, or let's just switch on all the CVs. Now let's move this guy a little up. I think that is okay. Now let's move this guy a little bit more back in X direction. That's fine, I guess. This angle seems little weird, so let's move these two guys down. Yeah, that's fine. Now we need to move all this together, little bit down, right? And this guys will come inside. I'm taking all the CVs together and I'm moving it in X direction, right? Or maybe, and I'm just unselecting this rear CV because I don't want to move that, and moving it this direction, or maybe moving it a little bit up, right? More inside, including this one. I think this is fine. This is a little bit down. Yeah, now this looks like a kind of straight line. Now let's move this up. And we also need to move this guy. When we moved this one inside, we also need to move this guy little inside. Or maybe we can move this out. That these two should be parallel, right? Go to the variant, and then this is how it looks. Uh, uh, uh. This seems very bigger to me, so I'm going to move it inside. Then I'm going to the view and maybe move it towards this direction. Little bit up. Yes. Now I'm going to move these two guys in. I'm going to the top view. I'll make it parallel to this one. So I'm moving it this way. And maybe this guy little bit inside. Right now maybe this will go up, or can maybe slide it. No, I think we'll move it this way. We can use this guy here. Okay, it's not working in this case, I guess. So let's move it manually. Now this we will be moving in this direction, and this guy will be moving this direction. this will be trimmed, so we'll be moving it more inside. This will go a little bit up, and this two guys will go a little bit down, and this side. Yes, I think this is okay. Something like this it should be. This will go back then. Yes, now looks fine. Now we have a one set of volume. Now let's start adding details, right? So in that we'll be adding uh, we'll be building all the surfaces. Then wherever we need to add the this bevel, which is a sort of fillet, right? So let's start doing that. So there is a like one more thing which we can do. Maybe we can also fillet it manually by using the nerves tools, but we'll be doing in this exercise, we'll be doing by using the subdi tools itself, so that we can understand like how actually the subdi tool works for filleting. I'm going to slide it over. I think this is fine. Now I think one level of volume is there. We are having each proportions close to the sketch. Definitely there will be always scope of improvements, but I'm going to close this with the details now. Now let's start doing that. So let's start with the uh, duplicating of this data to another layer. So we'll keep this sharp like as it is, and we'll bring the object lister, and we'll duplicate the layer and contents, so that we can get the whole data into the another layer, so that we can have a backup of the sharp data. I'm just going to just hold on. I'm going to move this guy little bit this side, maybe X direction, and maybe little bit up. All right, maybe more in X direction. Yeah, mm, it's better now. So let's start adding the details. I'm going to maybe we can start from here. This is too much crown, I felt. So let's reduce it first. I'm going to use the transformation tool, which is there in our just hold on, control panel. Yes, here it is. Yeah, so I'm going to use this tool. I'll pick the hulls, and then I'll use this transformation tools. I'm going to keep the sensitivity 100, and then moving it, sorry, I have to pick all together. Little bit down. We can make it this way, like we can shade on the model, so that the wire should go away, and you can see how it actually looks uh, without the the edges, the dark edges or the hulls, right? So this is not going to be similar to what we what we did in the previous form, because that was quite simple, and in this one we are having a little complexity, because of I'll show you, just a minute. Yes, because of now, like in previous one it was only one. I'll show you that form. Just hold on, and I guess mm, this was the form, right? So it was quite simple, as yeah, it was quite simple because there was no any feature was getting connected to the another feature, so all are free, and we could simply use the uh, tool to get this smooth, right? We had this tool here, bevel, right? So we could use that tool to get this thing done. But in this case it is not the same thing, right? So we are having the features connecting to the another features. Here we are uh, having three features getting connected here. Here also the same thing is happening. Here also maybe the same thing will be happening. So we need to take care of that, like how can we uh, make these edges smooth with the nice uh, with the nice the patches, or the divisions in the model, right? So let's start it. First I'm going to maybe in this case, okay, let's first weld this guy here, so that we should get. Oh, just hold on, I have this thing open. I need to close this, the data, and we'll work on this layer on. So I'm going to first weld these two guys so that I can get this smooth stance there, right? Because this is going to be little complex, I guess. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here, right? So now one thing, now we are connecting here this guy directly at this edge, that I'm going to move it little, you know this direction, so that I should get some space to add maybe another hulls there to make this smooth, this side smooth, right? So I'm going to do this a little bit, and similarly this guy I'm going to move it little bit. We'll see how it comes. If it won't work, then we'll start again. Not again, but maybe a few things we'll carry, and maybe few things we need to do again. We need to uh, replan. And yes, secondly, let's mm, okay, so let's start welding with the uh, welding the whole all the edges, and see how it goes. Then we'll see what best we can do to just hold on. What if I move this guy more down, right? If I move this guy down, and if I add one division from here, if I go to this view, yeah, not this view, actually the front view, and just hold on, this guy I want to divide this way, right? And then this guy I'm going to connect here, move it here, right? So anyways, I have to add one division here also, and one division here also. maybe to make this guy smooth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one division here just to get it connected with this side, right? So that why I'm doing that, to make this uh, bit tighter, uh, so that it should look it should look a kind of fillet here at this particular area. So if I directly weld these two surfaces, it might not look the same, it will be very smooth, right? So when we'll add one more hull inside that, then it it should work. So I'm going to add I think this is the better way of adding the division, and similarly I'm adding one division here, right? So uh, before going to the welding side, I want to add one, set of divisions, so that mm, which I feel like it should be there. So later on we'll see if we need to add or remove or to change something. We'll do that later. But what I'm understanding right now, I'm going to do that, right? So let's start welding this area. I think this is okay, or maybe yeah, let's weld it and see how it goes. I'm going to weld this guy with this one, and then this guy. First let's weld this guy with this guy here, right? And then these edges, right? And then this. And this guy with this one, right? Yeah. And similarly here we need to weld it. We need to weld this guy here. I don't know how it will come, but this is how we is modelers work. We need to keep on, uh, iterate. So because see, honestly, it is just the skills. I think this is the skills to believe, like, this is how it will work and this is how it will not work. So let's see how it comes in the end. Definitely it will come closer. We just need to spend time and put efforts and to understand it correctly, like where we need to, you know uh, do what, to put what divisions. And so I'm going to use the bevel tool to maybe make it smooth. Let's see how it comes. Yeah, I think this is coming out fine. We are having this feature here, that is what I'm trying to get here, right? So this is fine. I'm going to move this guy inside a bit so that it should look mm, kind of straight, or maybe we can move the two guys together. Not that way, but towards down. Yeah, right. We'll keep it like this as of now. Definitely later we'll change. We'll try to make it better, right? And let's move these guys down. We might need to delete this one later. Just add a little bit ground there and little bit ground here. Yeah, I'm going to add one more hull in the center of this guy, uh, just to have this good amount of ground on this guy. I'm going to add a division. and it should be relative this time. And then I'll add a crown, a bit of crown there. I guess this should not have that much crown, only these three guys we need to move. Right? And I'm going to move these guys in this direction, right? Because it feels like it is too much roundish. Definitely we have to add one more feature here, but before that I just want to make it better. Let's go to the variant and see how it is looking. Right. Now, okay, I think we can move this guy up. I'm going to make it 1 and 2, and this also. Okay, it's too much, sorry. I'm going to add a bit of crown here. Let's go to the variant and see how it looks. Maybe a bit more, right? And I think here also we need to have one division, right? Here it seems to me it should be more round, whereas this one looks too much smooth. It is not looking like a fillet, so that we will see, right? But before that, let's move uh, here and see how can we get this exactly same what we are having in the sketch. So definitely we need to have one very sharp. Okay, just before that, let's add a bevel here. I think this is fine. Similarly down there, if it comes, because it might not come. Yes. Okay, and now where here also we need to weld. Here also, but this one should have a division first, because otherwise we'll lose the tangency there. I'm going to have add a division that should be more close to this guy, maybe, or maybe we can make a distance, or maybe it should be relative this side. Okay. I think distance will be fine. We will not make it close to this hull, and we'll make one more here which will add a kind of fillet there. So another one will be moving this guy little bit up. Okay, and now what we can do is I want to delete this, sorry, this one, so that this should be one single, you know, uh, radius kind of thing. but but I need to figure out how can we make this thing round without, you know, losing this flatness. So we might need to move this guy. Just go to this view, or maybe this view, or maybe just slide it here. uh, this looking very sharp. I guess this is not the way it should be. Just hold on, we need to add one. Oh yeah, yeah, okay, 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 just let's make a bevel here first. Oh, not this one, this. Right, and now I think we should be good if we mm, if we delete this guy, if we delete this guy. mm, 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 mm. This is fine, but this is not okay. So definitely we need to have uh so this curve, what this curve is doing here, this should be inside here, right, in curves. But hold on, let's get this guy connected here, and or let's add one more division here to here maybe, and move this guy here, this CV. I think this should be good. Hope so. Yeah, it's better, right? So we'll come here later. Let's just get a one level of details first, then we'll see what best we can do at this particular area. Now now let's come to this area and add one division here also. So this is not a good way of doing this. I want it both the sides, so let's divide it both side, right, and then we'll see how it looks and what all we need to change. Maybe the one thing which is happening is this guy is living in the air, right? This is not connected to any other, you know uh, hull or the CV, or this continues here, which is not I feel like that is not a good way of doing the subdivisional modeling. It should be connected somewhere. It should go maybe this side, or that we need to figure out. Or maybe maybe what we can do here is we can let me think. hmm. Maybe first we can add a division here, or maybe we can make it bevel if it works. uh, uh, yeah, it works, but yeah, again, this is not a good way of doing it. This is making it messy here because of all these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to I want this guy here, and this guy here, right? So, and maybe I will delete this center one. I will delete the center one. Let's delete it first. Then let's get this guy, or this guy, move it here, over here, and this guy I want to move here, and then I'll just move the CV little back because I need to see what I need to delete now is I need to delete. Okay, so this guy should connect. This guy should connect, or maybe we can move this guy here, right? And this guy can directly go there on top of this. And here we can add a division or not. Now this is getting little messy, so I'm going to delete this guy alone. So let's go to the pick and select this division, this one. uh, yes, edge, and delete this guy. Yes, this is what I wanted. And now I'm going to bridge these two guys, right? Yes. Yeah, I think this is it, right? Yeah, now we need to add one division, or maybe we can make this guy bevel, and that will be good. Here something is wrong, which we, yes, definitely sometimes that happens when we keep on dividing surfaces. Now this is very simple. This has to connect with this guy and the surface should look simple. Now it looks little complicated. I'm going to delete this one and just I'll bridge it. I'll bridge these two guys. Now see, it's simple. It's simple. It looks very simple than the previous one. So that is how it should be, right? Now what I'm going to do here is um I'm going to make this more close because in sketch this area looks like very sharp. Sorry, the sensitivity we need to decrease and then move it. I think this is okay. Let's go to the variant and see. Yeah, this looks better, right? So that is how we can get things correct. In this case, the doing the filleting in subdivisional is bit complicated than doing it in nerves. That is what I feel sometimes. Now here what we will be doing is we need to add division, but I'll do it only on one side because here otherwise it will be very messy, which I don't want right now, but later on we'll figure out what can be done to make it best. Then we'll uh, approach accordingly. I'm going to make this division, I think, better to just pick this loop and this one and maybe this one and divide it. We can divide it. Alright, so it is taking only one single side. Yes, to get this hard kind of you know fillet there instead of the smooth which it is right now. So I'm going to make it here. This should be a little more tighter, I guess. So that will do. I think this much is okay. We can also set a distance, the value, like maybe 3 will be fine, or maybe that is too much less, or maybe it is going another side which I don't want. So okay, it should be -3. It should be -2.5. -2.5. Now I'm going to move this hulls here, or maybe this time I can use it 1. So we are doing this is to make this looks like a smaller fillet. Okay, this is getting messy here. So okay, better to make this also to delete this and do it again, this division, which should be with the distance of -2.5, right? So here again we'll do the same thing. We'll take the distance and then we'll divide it. 2.5, yeah. Now let's weld it and see how I think it's already welded, but yes, this surface has spoiled. We need to, rebuild it again so that it should not be so much messed up. Let's go to the view and delete this much of surfaces, and then okay, I think I delete one more surface which is not required. Delete this one. Now let's make a bridge between these two guys, and then weld these here. Right now it looks better. Similarly, I think we need to do here also. This look quite messy. Right, and this guy looks okay, but we'll build this again. Let's make a bridge here and here. Now weld these two guys. Right, here anyways we will be making it more smooth, right, because this is more tighter, like not smooth but yes tighter. We will add a kind of fillet there, but not now. uh, let's first get this thing correct, then maybe we will add a division this way, right? Then I think it should work. Right, and I think this is also, this is four-sided only, right? Four-sided only, yeah. One, two, three, four. Yeah, it should be four. It should be nice. If it is not nice, then yes, we need to rebuild it. I'm going to rate this guy. I just want to see like whether. Sorry, I think there is one more surface selected. This guy, not what it is also selecting along with this. Okay, so maybe I need to first unweld these guys. Now it looks more clean. Then it must be because of this edge, I guess. It is not looking good. Right, yes. Because of this only it is looking messed up. We'll see what we can do there. Okay, and now let's move back here. Let's add one hull this side, and how it will goes, it will go there, and maybe we can make a yeah, we can try that. Let's add one guy first. Let's add one division here, single side. Yes, 0.25 will be okay, or maybe this is more sharper. I will make it maybe 1 minus 1, right? And then I'll make it 3 side, so that it should be properly closed. Or maybe if we see it from okay, all right, we'll keep it as it is, and we can see we are having this sharp feature there that just comes along with what we have. We added a division there, right? So here also this should be more sleeker, more tighter. So we could have made instead of making it in this way, just hold on, we'll do that. I'm going to delete this guy, and then I'll add a division with the distance of 1, so that it should be more tighter radius. Okay, I want to make it these two hulls closer. So I generally prefer to do is first to get a volume, right? So when we use the curves, we get a after creating the surface, you will get a one level of shape. You know what you are making and how it is coming. You can uh, compare that, by keeping both the things side by side. The second thing, I start adding details, one level of details, not focus on particular area too much, because sometimes you just get stuck with that and you don't understand how to do that. So move to the another area, and slowly things getting better. It happens. So you just what should I say, you should be confident. Yes, you can do it, and you have to keep on doing it, until you get what you are looking, or what you want, or what is there in the sketch. So that is how it should be with the modeler. You should not be like, yeah, oh my god, this is very difficult, so how will I will make it happen. You have to do it, and for that you should have this mindset, yes, I can do it. And I'm telling you, there is nothing who can stop you of making anything. You can do anything. You can design anything, right? So that is how I think this is looking better. But here something is happening. We'll figure out. We'll figure out that, and we'll definitely make that better. So maybe in this case, what we can do is, why we can try to add one more hull this side, and we can try to close it that way. Let's see how we can definitely we need to figure out this issue, right? So before that, what I just want to do is, I want to if I'm doing this thing here going that side, how that will. Okay, let's try this. Yes, that I should give it a try. Yes, this will come here, and it will go and maybe connects here, right? And this guy will let's see how it goes. Let's add a division here to maybe uh mm, 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 maybe not that way, but this way. You can from here, I think this is good. From here to here will be okay. And then I'm going to make another division. Let's save it first. So if in case we, or what we can do is we can just keep it as a backup and go and make another duplicate layer and contents, so that if in case you messed up something, you will be having your previous, you know, stage to cover things up. I'm going to make it smooth 1, and this will be my smooth 2, right? So now just come back here, and from here to here maybe I'm going to make a division. Okay, so this is not good. I'm going to this that left view, and then I'll make it from here to, I hope this will come dead straight. Yes. And now here, should I go straight down, or should I go this way? Then I will lose this 3 sides which I don't want to lose, so I'm going this way, and then I can go down this side, right? Yes, that will be better. That way we can also have the flexibility to control the crown on this particular area, which seems flat to me, but let's add a division. No, that is not a, or maybe we can add the guy. Okay, no, that won't work well. So let's try this way. Let's come here. Yes, I think that will be better idea. And then we should go this way or this way. That we need to figure out, because I don't want to lose the 4 sides of the surface. I don't want the 3 sides until and unless it is the vanishing. Sometimes we do need to make a 3 sides patch, but that is when it is very very difficult to get the shape done with the 4 sides, and we have some kind of character line or feature is coming and getting fade somewhere. So that is when I generally prefer to go with that, because if I go this way, definitely my this surface won't be the, you know, uh, 4 side surface anymore, which I don't want to do. Or maybe I might need to do something then to make this surface again 4 side. I might need to add one more break here or something like that. So but right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect here, right? Then I think I should go down. Let's see what we can do to make this thing better, but I would go this way. Okay, let's see how it comes, then we'll see what can be done. From here to here, and then to the center. Right. Okay, so let's add one. Okay, then we need to add one more division there, which is again not good. If I am adding, I'm going to add one more division, which I want to avoid. I don't want to do that. So let's go back, back, back. I'll not do this. This will make it more messy, which I don't want. So what else we can do? What else we can do is, uh, can we just stop it here? Uh, this should be 4 sides, right? That will be 1, 2, 3. So yeah, if we connect this guy here, if we connect this guy here, this will be four sides, right? One, two, three, and four. Or no, something is not good. How many hulls are we are having here? All right, so we already messed up, I think. So this one is not where we are working. We are working in the wrong layer, right? So this will be my actually first option, and this will be my second option. Now I'll change the name later. Now we just connect this guy here and see how it goes if we move this guy down. All right, we are having four sides, but this is very messy, which I don't want, so I would better go this way. I'm going to add division here from this side to this side, which I didn't want to do, but I had no another option left, right? So let's move this guy more down, more down, right? Go to this side. I think this is little pinchy, so I'm going to move it here. How is it looking? Yeah, it is not bad, right? So here now what I will do is, to avoid this mess, I will not make this guy here. So this small hull I'm going to delete. So we need to pick, let's just hide this guy. We need to pick edge, this edge I'm going to delete it, and then I'll make this guy, I'll move this guy here, right? So now from here I'm making it three sides so that it should looks like a vanish here, and you can see this guy, this guy, now it's gone, right? This is good. But before that, this messy thing, let's try to uh, uh, make it better. Let's just delete the surface and rebuild it. We'll see how it actually comes, and if it looks better, will be good, right? So let's weld this guy first. No, so just hold on and see how many CVs are here. There are two CVs, then definitely this is not properly welded. So what I'll do is I'll delete this surface which we got from uh, this small guy, right? I'm going to delete this one. Now with this edge, from this edge, I'll make an extrude, right? You can make it in any side. It should be, just make sure it should be welded. Then I'm going to take these two CVs and I'm going to pivot it here on top of this, right? Then I'll weld this guy with this edge and this guy with this edge, right? Now we must have one CV here, or we are still having two CVs. So now we'll do the same thing here, because I want this CV to be one CV. I don't want it more than one. So let's delete this surface. I'll rebuild all the surfaces which is connected to that particular, uh, which is getting connecting here. So let's see how it goes. I'll delete this one, not that. Yes, this guy and Just going to blend it and see if it comes correct. Not yet, I guess. Right now I'll do this the same thing with this guy. I'm going to delete this, or maybe this guy is the problem. Let's weld these two guys for bridge. Add a bridge here, and then just rebuild this guy again. Is it still 2? Yes. So one guy is this guy. So maybe the problem is with this lower surface, I guess. But we already rebuilt it, right? So let's try with this guy. I think this should be good. Yes, I guess. Now this should be 1, right? And this is getting fade, but again, now this is the problem. This thing, I don't want it to make it like this messy, which we definitely need to do something with. Let's move it this side little bit, and now I guess we can add one more division here, so that it should be better. Right. Mm-hmm. We'll see this. We'll see this. Let's first finish the other things. Right. So we need to make this smooth. We need to make this better. We need to add more crown here. Let's add a little bit of crown here, and then here. Now let's add a division here also again. Here to here, moving down here. Yes. So this is bit more tighter than the previous one. This should look little straight, I guess. It should not having much of crown, but if still you feel like this should have more crown, we can add one more hull here, which goes down and turning here to this side, right? And this all guys can come down, this whole thing, it can come here maybe. So that way we can add a crown there also. And this, maybe we can move this guy a little bit more towards left side, and maybe we can lift this guy a little up. right? Yes, now let's come to this one. I think this is the only thing we left with. And one more thing which I feel is this should be, this should not be like this. Yes, maybe because this has to go this way, here, here. This can go this way a little bit. This too can move. I'm not sure. I'll go to the variant and see how it actually looks and how it should look. We have curves also. Let's just see how the curves. Okay, we are moving our things from the curves actually. Okay, definitely it needs to come little bit out, I guess. This is not looking really good. Let's move it little out, these two guys. I think more out it should come. And these two guys maybe can move in this direction, right? Just go to the variant and see. Yeah, I guess let's open the CVs and move it this side to get a soft feel, soft, you know. This guy can move this side maybe a little bit up. This too. No, I think it looks better. Maybe from this view we can move again towards this side and this side. This also can move it maybe this side little bit. Right, now it should move in X direction, sorry, in Y direction. Yeah, now it looks better, right? So now let's come to this area and see what we can do here to make this one correct. If I make, I guess if I make one division here to this guy, will that work? Definitely I need to sort out or maybe we can eliminate this one, right? No, but we cannot eliminate, otherwise we lose this tightness here, right? So what can be done to sort this thing? Hmm. Mm, this bulge I don't like, but yeah, it is getting fade here from this view. That is good, right? We will hide this guy. This is good, but yeah, this is what I don't want here. And one more thing which I just noticed here also, maybe we should have a flange, right, which I didn't make. Yeah, we can have that, I guess. This can be connected with this small guys. You can try it. You can try it. But let's sort out this thing first. So we had this thing like this. This was, I think, better, but this was the problem. Then we end up with this guy. This is not at all looking good. But why it is happening? That should not happen like this, right? It is turning around, which should not happen. This should go till here. Let's just hide these curves. We can simply go here, go to the control panel, where we have the control panel here. uh, just move these guys up or this guy down and pick this object, and you can hide this isopumps UNVs. You will get a neat view there. Maybe if I add one guy here which probably can connect here, can help me, right? If I stop this guy, let's try that. I'm gonna close this one, make a duplicate layer, and I'm gonna just doing the R&D, hide the curves also. From here to here. Then if I connect here, yeah, it's working. But yes, again, this is fine now, I think, but this we need to again correct. Now let's see how can we make this four sides. 1 2 3 4. I think if we simply eliminate this guy, might work, right? If it doesn't affect any another hull. Yeah, this is good, but here is it 1 2 3 4? So this is the problem is here, which we need to definitely figure out. I think only this surface is having the issues now, but in this case I think this is fine, this is okay. It is not looking that bad, but definitely we can correct. If we correct this one, that it will be good. Let's just see how it goes if I okay. hmm I just don't want to add too much of divisions. That is the only reason. But that is fine. If we need to add, we should add. Or maybe because this crown is looking little bit weird on this surface. So if we move this guy inside, it might got corrected. Yeah, I think this looks fine, right? Yes, I think yes, this is fine. This is how it is. There might be few things which you can do better than me, right? You can maybe approach it in nice way. If I spend little more time on this, definitely I myself can make it better. So this is how it works. I think the more time you spend, the more accurate results you can get from the subdivisional modeling. but I always try to make the less divisions so that it should not be too much messed up. But I don't know, maybe I might be wrong also, um, because in another mesh softwares, uh, that that is not the case, right? So like Blender, Maya, they are having hell lot of divisions in the surfaces. So in this case we are having 5 here and 3 here. Other than that, we are ending up with the 4 divisions on all the sides, right? This might be the 3, I'm not sure, but definitely, yeah, we can avoid this one. We can just hold on. I'll show you. Just open the CVs, save the data. If I simply add one guy from here to here. After finishing things, you can arrange the CVs a bit nicely so that it should be lined up properly, especially if it is there in one. We are having multiple rows, then we need to take care of this also. I hope you will learn something from this video, and if you really learn something, then please do a comment down there so that I'll make more videos. If there will be nothing going inside your mind, then that will be useless of spending time, right? I try to make things quickly, but I'm not sure. I think this one might have taken 1.5 hour or more. I think the previous video was a bit small and that was very simple, so that you should not be bored too much if making the very long videos of the whole car. You will also not get that confidence, because that definitely take more time. So in this case, you can quickly make this, and you can see yourself. And in this uh, work, what I feel like, when you get something, you feel more passionate about it. You want to do more and more when you start seeing the results in front of you, right? So that is the reason I'm telling this thing again and again. Like, you should be confident, and uh, m- this is fun actually. This work is fun. I really like feel that this is totally fun. If you enjoy the work, then it will be very easy for you to make the complicated things. So I think that's it for this video. I hope you will practice it, and wherever I made a mistake, you will correct it. And yeah, that, oh my god, we missed one huge thing there. We missed this thing, right? So let's try to add and see how it actually works, whether it works or not with this case now when we end up everything. So I'm just going to trim it manually. One thing we could have done is we could have had one division here and we can simply move the CVs inside. But I am afraid that might not work with such a good, crown. It might give a strange feeling. But yeah, you can try that. You can try that definitely. I'm going to make it something like this, I guess. Or maybe this is too much. I think till here is fine. Let's trim it and see. And yet one more thing, when you will be projecting it here, yes, then in trimming in trimming objected edit, I guess, right? Surface edit, you have to uncheck this sub D if you just want to trim one surface. I'll keep it I'll keep this guy I'll keep this guy. And here also we need to have a kind of round thing, so I'm going with the 3 CVs and move it up. This will be coming this, it should be more round, I guess. Let's trim it and see. Yeah, I know this is too much because in that view it was looking less, but yes, in perspective it is always different, so that is why I didn't delete the history. So we can simply move it, not that way, but this way. This will go a bit up, I guess. Down. I think that's it. This is fine for now. Right, so try it. I hope you will make something good, better. Right, so let's close the video. And uh, yeah, you can also send me on my uh, if you want something, I should make a video and show you. You can send the sketch or whatever that is. And in next video we'll try to uh, make something which which helps you to understand how to make crease and fade that off, like in another surface, right? So thank you for watching it so patiently. And yeah, thank you so much, and see you in next video. I hope I'll come soon. Because of the time constraints, I feel it's difficult to come so frequently, so quickly with another video. So yeah, thank you very much.